Thanks, Rob. Hey, Wyatt, thanks, man. Appreciate your time. Should this team be in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think that this year, we didn't meet up to the hype. Beginning of the year, we were we were talking about Super Bowl and playoffs and all stuff, and I feel that we underachieved, which sucks, right? Just being candid, and it just didn't end up the way we wanted it to, which sucks. But at the end of the day, we have good players, we have a good team. It just shows you the power of finishing, right? Last year we were one of the best finishing teams in the NFL, and we were 12-4, 12-5, and we were playing at a very high level. And really what changed, play X's and O's are the same, the players were the same. Yeah, we had injuries and stuff, but every team had injuries. Is finishing right in the fourth quarter, is not only getting the lead but keeping the lead till clock hits 0. So that's something that I think that we need to control what we can control, and that's something we can do.
As guys leave today, Wyatt, is that the general consensus that this team is still capable of doing good things, that it still has a great core going forward?
Of course. And I'm still proud to be a Brown. I'm still proud to call Cleveland home and spend 4 more years here. There's no doubt about it. Like I said, it sucks, right? There's a lot of teams that are going home that have good players, that have a good core. It sucks. I don't think that, we have to invent the circle here. I think that we have, good things in Cleveland and a good team behind us. It's just, we got to finish.
Thank you, Tom. Let's go to Scott Petrick.
Hey, Wyatt. Obviously, there's so much talk about Baker and him, fighting through injuries all season long. Where do you think the confidence level in the locker room is with your quarterback?
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel that, fighting through an injury is tough, right? We all do it. We always have to, fight through it. But, a hand being clubbed up for an offensive lineman, yeah, that sucks. But I can still do it. Having a shoulder where everything, it hurts, man. And you're just like pitchers, my brother played baseball, and, you always hear your front arm aims, you're aiming with your front arm and you're throwing over. So if that's not feeling good, it's going to be difficult. And he's tough as nails. Baker is tough as nails. But it's hard, man. There's the best of the best. So, I think that it's hard, but I love Baker, and he's my guy. It sucks that he got hurt, but I pray that this offseason is good to him. He gets back to 110% and ready to rear and go.
Thanks.
Thank you, Scott. Nate Ulrich, you're up.
Hey, Wyatt, along those lines, I hear what you're saying. Do you think anybody on the team has any issue with Baker sitting out the finale?
No, I couldn't imagine. Anybody is upset. You want to play every snap. That's just the competitor in you. Baker is extremely competitive. I know that he wants to be out there, but I don't see any point in getting touched again this year, right? Like I want to win games, and I want Baker to be out there, and I don't want Baker to get touched, right? But that's not always the case. So speaking of Case, so that's why we had Case, and and I think Case did a great job. I think Case is a great leader, great guy. And we got to win. It was, a little closer than I wish we were. We were on a roll and then made it a little closer. That's kind of what I mean about finishing. But yeah, no, I think that, Baker has to take care of his body, and, if that's playing the last game or not, that's, a decision he makes and the coaches make.
Thanks, Nate. Jake Trotter's next.
Yeah, Wyatt, do you have any thoughts, looking back at this season, that it might have gone differently, had Baker not tried to make that tackle on the interception in week 2?
Hey, tackling's hard, okay? I got in trouble yesterday for tackling. I can't tackle with crap. It sucks. I wish that never happened, but that's a part of the game. We all have to kind of deal with it. I kind of, hindsight's 2020, right? We can always have our opinion now, right? But in the moment, you're looking at Baker and you're saying, hey, Baker's tough, right? Baker, can you push through this? And of course, Baker's going to say, yeah, this doesn't hurt. What's this? I saw his shoulder go out, and they said, popped it back in, he went in the next play. That's who Baker is. He's tough as nails. So like, hindsight is, hey, should we have put him down? Should we have let him heal? We don't know. And would he have let that happen anyway? No. So, shoulda, coulda, woulda. It sucks, man. You don't ever want to get your quarterback hurt, but it's all in offensive line inconsistencies, right? Like playing well, sometimes not playing well. Injuries. There's a lot of things that we can point to, but at the end of the day, every team has to kind of roll with those. Every team has to deal with a bum shoulder. Every team has to deal with a sprained ankle. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of, the saying, yeah, no one cares. Your shoulders hurt. No one cares. Your hands hurt. Everybody's hands hurt. Right. And that's kind of the mindset. We all have to roll with the punches. Again, I wish that it ended up differently. I wish that he didn't hurt his shoulder and he was 100% all year, but that's not the case. So I think that he's going to work hard this offseason and we'll get better.
Next up is Ashley Bastock.
Hey, Wyatt, I know we've talked about Baker's injuries, but I wanted to ask you about a couple of your guys. So losing Jack Conklin the way you did and seeing him go through everything he did with his injuries this year, just how do you think that impacted you guys as an offensive line and as an offense as a whole to lose an all-pro guy like him?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you hit the nail on the head. It's tough. I mean, he's an all-pro guy. He's a leader in the offensive line room. He works extremely hard. He's a great, person to watch for young guys. And it sucks. He's fighting as hard as he can to get back. And, you can do everything mentally that you can. If your body doesn't want you to play, it's not going to play. So, it does suck. Inconsistencies, among the offensive line. I think we had a lot of different, players coming in and out. We lose our backup, our swing tackle game one, right? It's just, we didn't get a lot of breaks this year. What the heck? The football gods do not like Cleveland. What the heck? But I'm kidding. We just need to get a couple breaks like that. You stay healthy and hopefully play well. Obviously we all miss Jack and, that sucks. And, it always hurts because Jack does everything right and his body lets him down. But, I think that he's going to come back and he's going to, be strong and be ready to go because, he didn't play football but half the year. So I know he's missing it. So.
Thanks, Ashley. To Mary Kay Cabot.
Yeah, Wyatt, going to the other side of the line there, Jed struggled early on with that ankle injury. And I know he probably didn't have the exact kind of season he wanted. Then he got COVID and all that kind of stuff. So what do you see for Jed? And were you kind of instrumental in kind of, helping him get through a little bit of a rough year? What's the outlook for Jed?
Yeah, no, I think that Jed is a great player. I think that Jed just, needs to work, he just needs to get after it. And I love Jed. And like I said, I talked to Jed on the sidelines. Jed's my dog, but there's certain things that it's like, hey, fight through the injury. Kind of like what I was saying, like my hands hurt, my shoulders hurt, my ankles hurt. You got to play. It sucks, and even looking at how, the almost in a luck or getting a break in a way where it's like last year we had guys who could play guard for me so I could rehab. We lost our starting or our swing tackle game one. So Jed didn't really have an option but to play. And that's really what you have to do. So it sucks, but I think that Jed is a great player. Jed just, he's got to do it. He's got to go out there and play hard. And, that's kind of where I was. I didn't think that I played as well as I could have this year. So that's the same thing. I say, Jed, don't be afraid to call what the issues are. If something's a problem, if you have a bad ankle, double tape that thing and push it through, because at the end of the day, everybody has to deal with that. Right. And I think that, Jed's going to come back and, I was actually talking to him. I was like, hey, come out, work out with me. We can work out this off season and we'll get going. And he, I think he might come back. That would be cool. Spend some time here. But I think that, Jed's gonna be all right. He's just gotta, get to the work, understand that work is a good thing, right? Everybody wants to say that work is bad. I want to be on vacation. Well, right now, vacation would be kind of nice, but work is a good thing. It's not always a bad thing. So, just kind of get that mindset into him would, try to help him out a little bit.